Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Come on in. How is everybody doing today? Um, I am doing well. For those that who will be coming in, and make sure you click that like button. Just let me know who you are when you do come in. I try to come on here almost every Monday. We talk about things cruising, and we talk about travel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carnival Cruise Addicts. I'm gonna get into the anniversary soon, but thank you for coming on. And so just always start off with just a check-in. Just want to see how everybody is doing. And so, how is everybody doing? How are you doing, Carnival Cruise Addicts? How was your day? I saw your live yesterday. I know you have to go into the office. Are you still in the office? Or are you back home now? How was that? Having to actually put on clothes, go out the house, and mingle at the 9 to 5 at the job. So my day was full. My day was okay. So what did I do today? Today, so I don't know if you know it. There's this thing called the Real ID or the enhanced license that if you don't have it by May 7th, you will not be able to travel domestically. Of course, I have a passport, but sometimes I may not want to just always carry the passport. So I took care of that today. And here, I don't know if AAA does it everywhere, but AAA, I am a AAA member. They have this service where you can go and take care of it without having to go to the madness of the DMV. I went to the DMV a few weeks back, and when I tell you, I walked into that place, and the place was a madhouse, and nobody really could give me good answers to things, and they said you still had to do a reservation. So everybody now is trying to rush and to try to do it. So that's what I kind of got done today, outside of work. So it was a productive day for me. So those coming on, thank you for coming on. Happy Monday. And so we got a couple of things to talk about today, and so always productive for sure. Yeah, productive for sure. And so we always have a lot of things to talk about usually on these Mondays. And one of the things I want to talk about is it has been blowing up the internet as of from this week. Carnival Cruise Addicts talked about it in their live yesterday, and I want to go over this news. People are doing full videos about it because it is so exciting. It is so exciting in terms of what is happening with Carnival. Have you heard it? If you have not heard it, hey TJ, thank you for coming along, TJ. Thank you. Happy Monday. Hope your Monday was good so far. Hope it's very productive. And so, have you heard TJ about what's happening with Carnival? It's been just like blowing up everywhere. Um, it's just been blowing up everywhere. It's just been crazy what's happening in terms of the lives. People are excited. Finally, we get to hear how you doing, Land and Sea. Good evening. Thank you for coming on. And so I am anticipating so much going forward. Look at you rolling those comments. So Liz helped me to do this StreamYard. This is kind of new to me. And so please be patient. Carnival Cruise Addicts is saying hey to Land and Sea. I'm going to read the actual press release from Carnival. So let's deal with the actual press release that they said. And so now, my thing is, we have talked about this on this channel. Are you excited for the bigger ships? Do you want to go big like this, larger? Before we get to that, but they're coming up with the Excel classes, which will be like, I guess the brother and sister to Mardi Gras, Jubilee, and Celebration. And so let's talk about this release. So Christine Duffy, the president of Carnival, she did this speech, and she gave so much detail of what's going to happen. And so she said, debuting in spring 2027, Carnival Festival will sail from Port Canaveral, Florida. Reservation and itinerary details will be releasing this summer. So if you're anticipating, if you want to go on one of these new Excel class cruise ships this summer, look for those reservations, look for those itineraries, and try to see if you could get something. Hopefully there's a deal or something you could jump on it, an early deal. So since it's 2025, for 2027 maybe you can get a deal because it's so early. And so Carnival Festival will keep in the Carnival tradition of bringing innovation and fun with each new ship, and debut three brand new zones, two of which on deck 6, 7, and 8 will celebrate music with new music themed venues and immersive experiences. I love music. I love live music. Anybody else out there love live music? I love live music. And so therefore, if they're doing something that is going to kind of open up and have more live music, this is great. And Carnival has some phenomenal bands. Let it be known. Have you been on Carnival and you're like, this is amazing? Like the music on carnivals, their bands. Forget about the production show. The production shows are separate, but the bands that you could find different places on the ships than the singers. Some of the singers are even better than the production show singers, right? And so they're just great, you know. Let me go through some of these comments. Now we know why John flew over here. Laugh out loud. Yeah, so I think Chris said that John flew in the live yesterday to over to Florida, and he's like, "Well, why are you here? Just to expect some ships?" Because it was major news coming out about these new Excel ships that's coming out. One zone is inspired by the process of creating music using cutting edge media, interactive moments, immersive sound, and transformative lighting to activate it through the cruise. And so Carnival sails more family than any other cruise line, welcoming a million children. So festival will feature 1,000 interconnecting rooms, nearly 70% more in the first three Excel ships. The expansion of the interconnecting rooms is in lieu of the family harbor staterooms on the existing Excel ships. So if you like the family harbor staterooms, it looks like based upon what they're saying, they're going to get rid of this and just have more interconnecting rooms, so that families can stay together. Carnival Festival will also introduce a dedicated space for Carnival's Turtles programs, which is for children 6 months to 2 years and more. Carnival Festival will also feature a new outdoor zone on the top three decks called Sensation Point. That is a vibrant and exhilarating family fun zone that promises endless entertainment. Main feature of Sensation Point is Carnival's Waterworks, ultra family friendly water park at sea. And so they're just going to make it bigger. So Bolt, if you've never done Bolt, I don't see where in this information they're going to take it off of the ships that have it. But going forward, if you like Bolt, try one of the Mardi Gras celebration jubilee, so you can experience Bolt, the first roller coaster at sea. Carnival did that, but now they're changing up things for the new ship. And so these ship names is nothing new to Carnival. They recycle ship names. This is not the only ship or cruise line that has done that. Princess has recycled ship names in the past. Holland America has recycled ship names. So this is not new when you're recycling ship names. The expansive water park will feature 6 exhilarating slides, 4 of which are new to Carnival, including 2 family raft slides, a sports course, ropes course, jogging track, along with a new miniature golf course, outdoor games, and themed arcade spaces all are included in this zone. So they're going to bring the arcade also to the top. And so they're going to make it massive, a big gaming, sports area all on the top deck for people to just have fun and be able to just enjoy the top deck. So not only that, but they will have expanded water park hours in addition to a DJ and other activities. This is the first for Carnival to open up waterworks at night and activate multi-deck zones for guests for all ages together. And so since it's be sailing from Port Canaveral alongside Mardi Gras. There will be new dining options. Carnival's chef's culinary officer Emerald Lagasse is working closely with the food and beverage team to develop new concepts, including a dining outlet that will replace Shebang. Have you ever tried Shebang on the Excel class ships? Let me know in the comments when I get to it. Have you ever tried Shebang? What did you think about it? I tried it. I was like, okay, I guess hit and miss. It wasn't my favorite restaurant, even though it was free. It wasn't my favorite restaurant necessarily, but I tried it. But did you like it? Did you go there and had something that was great? I think one time I had food that was better. I think maybe when I tried Mardi Gras, and then when I went on Carnival Celebration, I had something else, and I guess the things that I had was not as good, and so it kind of like threw me off in terms of the restaurant itself because I just felt like it was just inconsistent. And so Duffy also revealed that the name of the line's fifth Excel class ship will be Carnival Tropical. And then going forward, the ships that will hold up to 8,000 people, Project Ace, they don't have the names of those ships yet. So are you excited about what's happening with Carnival? Finally, they did also say that finally they're going to do something with the VIFP program. We don't know specifically, but she said that they will be enhancing the loyalty program, the details of which are expected to be announced this summer. So watch out for that. I know everybody's going to be watching out for this with enhancement taking effect in 2026. So it'll be detailed this summer, but it'll take effect in 2026. Let's catch up with some of these comments. I will be on the new ship in 2027. Come on, TJ. I'm sure as soon as it comes out, you'll be booking something. I would like to do it as well. Um, maybe not the first time. Let them get out their kinks with all the new stuff that they're doing, but I would definitely like to do the new ship. Landis, he's saying hello to everybody. Carnival's Liz is saying hello. Whatever floats your boat. Hey y'all. Thank you for coming in. Whatever floats your boat. Listen, they do have some really good bands. Yes. Carnival has some really good bands, phenomenal singers. I'm telling you, when there's been times when I've gone on a Carnival trip and I said, man, they better than the ones in the production. Not, and so I really enjoy them, And so you ever had a band that you saw on one ship and then you saw them again on another ship and you were just so excited because they were phenomenal on one ship? TJ said, I can't wait to sail in 2027. Carnival Cruise Ice, are you going on it? All right. Question. Liz, are you going on it? You already have the one book for celebration. So are you gonna go on one of the new ships? I'm curious to try the festival land and see. I haven't been on a carnival ship in a while. And so yes, I wouldn't mind. So to me, even though they're not calling it like Excel Plus or anything like that, where Norwegian called it kind of like Norwegian Prima Plus class, because of the fact that they're introducing a new restaurant, they're introducing new venues, they're introducing different things on the top of the ship, then it would kind of almost feel like a new experience in a way, like a new ship, because they're not only touching one thing. You know how sometimes you go on a ship and they're like, okay, that's different. The one thing that's constant about these Excel class ships, like their bars are different, the experiences when it comes to the bars are definitely different, even though the restaurants may be the same. And so they're kind of really like changing it up extremely, not just the bars, because we know that, there'll be some bars that's different. You may like some drinks on certain ships, one of the Excel class ships, but then they have a different bar or what have you. But now they're just changing so many things, and I definitely would love to check it out. And based upon what I was reading, they may even change it from that to go to the Tropical as well. So we'll see what they do. This says maybe TJ, our casino deals only go through February right now, but we'll probably try it for sure. Just not the first sailing. I probably won't try it for the first sailing. Anytime I saw one time a YouTuber said, don't go on like the first sailing because they need to work out the kinks of things, right? So I know a lot of YouTubers will try to go on the first sale and they want to get that content. And but I've seen some things where when people would go on some of the first sailings, then it's like, okay, well, this was closed, or this show they didn't have it ready yet, or and so like you really didn't get the full experience because they're still trying to work out some of the kinks. So I would definitely like look into it. I would have to just see how it is. And I'm kind of excited also about the fact that Mardi Gras is doing, I just want to maybe do it since I've been on it before. I think it would be great to go on it again and just do a 3 day, just chill. I don't even have to come off the ship and just stay on that ship. So that was good. Chris says the boat was not working way too often due to winds anyway. When I went, I don't think I tried to go on it on Mardi Gras because I think it was, did I? No, I think I tried to do it on Mardi Gras actually because I remember I feel like going with my sister and I was trying to convince her because she's really scared of roller coaster. And so that was the first Excel class ship I tried. And same thing. It was like you try to go up there, I think it was $15. You do it through the app or what have you. You go up there, then they say, oh, it's too windy. So it's like, okay, and then by the time, and it was a day that I was like, okay, it was like a sea day and it's free, but it was windy. And so after that, I never had an opportunity to do it again. So it happens. The mock-up looks really cool. Of the ships, yes, it really looks good. Oh, thanks you, LF McKinley. Thanks for coming in. Happy Monday. Now Liz says, "Oh, Shebang has decent enchiladas and nachos." I forgot what I had. I mean, I think the first time I had something, it was like good, but the last time, I thought I had maybe it was. You know what I had? It was a quesadilla, and it had that oxa cheese in it, and it just wasn't working. It just didn't taste good, and I was like, "It's a quesadilla," and I don't know. I was just kind of turned off like after that, and I don't remember how much I had, but it wasn't good. It wasn't a good meal for me. Yes, I've tried, probably not something I would pay more for more than once. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hey, Shay. Thank you for coming in. And we are caught up. We may be YouTubers, but we are cruisers first. So we want to make sure it's running smooth before we go. Exactly. And so I've seen, even for example, this you know, pre Prima Norwegian Aqua just came out. And so I saw some of the things that happened on the cruise ship, meaning like they were just trying to get some things together. Some people they blunder some things with people's rooms and upgrades, and they didn't even get a chance to go to Boston. They was initially supposed to go from England to Boston, and they ended up because of where they're going to New York, and it's just like this wait, even if it's for a month, I think I would do that, or a few weeks from the inaugural, and so hopefully by then they kind of like get it together. So quesadilla not shutting up, but I got just cheese, so hard to mess that up. Okay, yeah, I didn't care for I didn't care for it. So if shebang goes, my favorite on the ship, obviously, I love Shaq's. Guy's Burger is a constant. The blue iguana is a constant for me. So I love Emerald's. Emerald's is hands down. I've had it for breakfast. I've had it for lunch. I've had it for dinner. It's just one of my favorite restaurants. I wish now what I wish they would do. But if they wanted to do it, they should have said it. I wish they would replace Shebang with Gigi's. So Chris try to put that in John Hell's head. I wish, because I love Gigi's Kitchen on the Vista class ships. That is one of my favorite restaurants, and is not even that expensive. It was like $15. And so it's like, oh my God. Oh, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Liz. Thank you so much. It is my anniversary. That's what I have that in the heading. And so, so what it is that YouTube will let you know when is your anniversary. And it said it's my 3-year anniversary and of the time that I posted my first video. Thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate you so much. And so therefore it is my anniversary. The video that I posted was this week. And so I want to let you know about some things about this when it came to why did I start my channel. So I started my channel initially because there were some things that sometimes I would search for on YouTube and I could not find it. And I felt like, man, I really want to be able to see this hotel, or I want to know about this, and I could not find it. And so therefore I decided, let me start my channel. And I was trying to go forward, and I was trying to just do what I like and what I would want to know about. And so it was more reviews than anything. I was not vlogging, and my channel name was different. So if you are day one, you will know that my channel name was not always Travels with PMB. So what was my channel name? If you can remember, or if you would have to cheat and go back to one of my early videos because I put it on the video itself. So what was my channel name? And so over time, um, I do all kind of reviews. Like if it's music, I put that because I want to show experiences. So I like, for example, last year I went to the Chicago Jazz Festival. So an experience somewhere I traveled to, and this was the experience that I had while I was traveling there. And but over time, I was never a vlogger, and I was kind of nervous of vlogging, trying to talk in the camera. And to this day, I'm still trying to get over it, depending on the situation of where I'm at. So I was like, I was comfortable just doing that, just being, not in front of the camera, walking and talking and things of that nature. And so I happened to be on a cruise. It was Carnival Conquest, and I was on Carnival Conquest, and it was a 3-day cruise. I think I just wanted to get away. And who happened to be on there? If you know Life with V, Veronica, she happened to be on there, and we met because if you know anything, but if you are on a cruise, make sure you sign up for these Facebook things, unless you just want to just be by yourself. But there's always going to be a Facebook page for every cruise that there is. And so I signed up. There was like a solo meetup, and so we met up, and then I introduced myself. I knew she was a YouTuber, and then from there we just hit it off. And then one of the things she had said is like, why don't you vlog? And I was like, just getting in front of the camera and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Shay. Thank you. And so thank you so much, Shay. And so she's the one that got me into vlogging. Now, how was that process? Took a while. I had the camera, had to learn about the gimbal. Eventually, then I upgraded to like an Osmo because I was walking. Then I was like, I wasn't comfortable with the shaking. So like with my hand. So then I went from just holding it with my hand to a gimbal until now. Like I use now an Osmo Action 4. When I'm because I feel like the shaking is the minimalist when it comes to those type of cameras. And so that is my process to this. So now here I am 3 years later, um 1,800 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. This process also with coming on and doing lives was also a process. It was a slow process. I'm just coming and trying to do it consistently and see if people would come on and just share their day and share their time with me as well. And so my question to you is, so did anybody find it? What was the original name of my channel? And also, if you watch my videos to the end, how do I end most of my videos? Like, what saying do I say to end most of my videos? I give you a little bit to answer that. I love emeralds. One reason I like the Excel strips, I love emeralds. And once again, the food at emeralds is not expensive. It's not a pay one price, but even the a la carte is just so ridiculously inexpensive, and the food is good. I don't think I've ever had, not saying I've had everything on the menu, but all the things that I had, I just like. And I just wanted to have the beignets. I went for breakfast. I had like I think it was a sweet potato waffle, and just their gumbo. It's just their, and I don't like care for shrimp and grits. Everybody, because I've been disappointed so many times. I had the shrimp and grits there. I loved it. It was just so good. And so if Emerald is trying to come up with a new concept, I'm just only thinking like how good it can be if he's in charge of coming up with that. I looked and can't find it. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Chris said I had to convince Liz too. We just want to share the stuff we have learned from others. Yes. And so therefore, That's how I started. I just started just one, I was looking up stuff, I couldn't find it. Even if it's a simple hotel review. That's why every time I go somewhere, even if it's not about the views of some hotel reviews, if I'm staying at a hotel, I want to review it because maybe there was somebody like me who was looking for that hotel and could not find it and was looking for how does this hotel look. And so that's why I do hotels everywhere I go. So everywhere I go is a hotel. Like I'm gonna show you what the room looks like, and then if it's like a resort, then I'm gonna show you around the property. And because there's somebody who's like, oh, I wonder how that room looks. It's like, okay, oh, there goes the room. Okay, that's how it is. Because you could only tell so much from pictures to me. And so going forward in my thing, I always want to do better when it comes to the channel. Just some things I would love to do better in terms of like recording. So going forward, I think I want to do more b-rolls and maybe do some more voiceovers and things of that nature. And so kind of get out of my comfort zone and get out of my element and just kind of just pivot a little bit more and just kind of broaden my horizons in terms of how I do stuff and how I do my videos. Whatever floats your boat says, hey, Chris, um, happy travels. That's right. So I end the videos until next time. Happy travels. That's it. So that's how I end the video. But the name of my channel when I first started, it was not Travels with PMB, it was PMB Travels. And the story goes, and the first video I had was this gentleman called Damian Smith, and he's a phenomenal musician, and he plays all over the world. And so I was at his concert, and I recorded it. That was my first video. And then after that, I had a conversation with them, and I said, I was thinking about doing the YouTube channel and stuff like that. I had recorded it, but I never like really talked. I was thinking about doing the YouTube channel. So what do you think about this name? So I came up with, PNB Travels, my initials, and I travel. So I thought it was good. But the problem was that people started thinking it was a travel agency. So, so I was like, I don't want people to thinking I'm a travel agency, but I'm trying, I'm not a travel agent, even though now I'm a travel agent, I'm not a travel agency. And so that's not what I'm about, just kind of like trying to get people because I'm a travel agency. And so I had to change the name. And as I came up with like travels with PNB instead of PNB travels. Like so I'm like travels with me instead of PNB travels because people was thinking like, oh, this is a travel agency. And so I just want to just change that to kind of distinguish myself. Floaty Bodie. What's Chris Floaty Bodie? Or whatever floats your boat. I know your description used to say you were not a travel agent last time. Yes, I used to say I'm not a travel agent, and I think it's because, but I think now I say I'm not sure if I say I'm not a travel agent because I want to distinguish because of the fact they kept on saying like I was a travel agency. But now I say I think not a, I think I don't know if I changed it to not a travel agency, even though I'm a travel agent. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I think I did change it. I just can't remember the exact wording that I put in it. Uh, you knew that. You knew that, Liz. So I love the StreamYard upgrade. Love seeing everybody's comments on screen. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. Well, Chris and Liz helped me out. Such a supportive community, and they helped me out with being able to do this. So I want to talk about. So the last live I had, somebody put in the comments after the fact that they wanted to hear about the group cruise. So I don't know if everybody knows. I still have rooms available. They're not taking back the rooms. I don't know if you know. Um, if so just insider, if somebody's doing a group cruise, there may be, depending on the cruise line, there may be a limited amount of time before they take back the rooms. So if they reserve 50 rooms, say for example, there may be a time where they say, okay, they'll start taking back the rooms and putting it back into regular inventory so everybody else could have an opportunity to book those rooms. Or you may have it where it's a limited time for the specific promotion. So there's limited time for the specific promotion they have for the group rate. And so some cruise lines may be 60 days. And so it's not that they're trying to rush you, say like, whoever's over the group cruise, but some of them, if they're only 60 days to lock in that group rate, then what will happen after that time period of the 60 days, they will have to give you whatever the prevailing rate is. So you may be coming in at a different rate than somebody who has already booked with the group rate, right? So it's like, why is it different from this person? Yeah, because you missed that, say, 60-day window. And it, depending on the cruise line, they will have that depending on the type of group. So this cruise I am doing is not predicated on that 60-day window. They did give me a good amount of time, but at the same time, I put it off from last year because I know people need time to be able to get their monies together, get their deposit together. And so initially it was supposed to be 3 ports, and then it turned into the ports. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to put it right up on stage. This is my group cruise. This is going to be my first one. We'll see how many more I do from here. And so, therefore, this is my group cruise, Travels with PNB group cruise, Majestic Princess, 8-day cruise, November 8th to the 16th. It covers Veterans Day. So, if you are an individual trying to look for your holidays and try to save your holidays, if you get that day off, even though it's an 8-day cruise, you really would be only using 4 vacation days. Leaving out of Port Canaveral and is going to the ports of Curacao. Have you ever been to Curacao? Curacao is beautiful. I went there one time and I cannot wait to go back there. I just loved it. It was just a beautiful port. And what I did was great as well. So some of the things I like to do when I do a port for the first time, for example, I may do a best stuff. So that's usually my thing. I'll do like a best stuff. So show me around, show me what this area is about. And then after I do the best of, I like to do something like is more cultural. So it'll be cultural. Like the one time I went to, so the first time I went to Curacao, instead of doing a best of, it's like it showed me kind of like the cultural things. In so we went to like an aloe vera farm, and it showed you how they do that, and the aloe vera farm, how they pick it, and and then I got some products. We went to like a place beer, what they're known for. So not just best stuff in terms of like architecture and places, but kind of like things that they make in the country and that they're known for. I've done it for Grand Cayman as well. Like went to their rum factory and went to different places that they showed around. So it was really so I really like to know those things. And so I did it with Curacao, and I don't think I've done. I wanted to do it with Aruba because I've been to Aruba just by flying over there. And if you've ever been to Aruba, Aruba is expensive by itself. Just to fly there can be expensive. To stay there, especially if you're doing an all-inclusive, can be expensive. And I stayed there 2 times in Rio, and it was, and I wanted to do it, and I did it both times. First time it was family, so I had somebody staying with me. The second time I went and nobody stayed with me, so it was a little pricey, but I did it anyway. So if you know some of these areas to go to, it's pricey. So this way you get to be on the ship, you get to eat what you want, go to see these ports and come forward. So that's the interior. The interior is 1059 per person, double occupancy rate, balconies 1559 per person. On this ship, Majestic Princess, they do not have ocean rooms at all. It's interior suites, balconies. They just don't have ocean views. And the deposit is $250 per person, and final payment is due on October 10 if you so desire. And also, you have a $50 onboard credit when you book as well. If you're interested, the information is down there. Email me your information, and I can call and we can go back. And so, what's the benefits of a group cruise? So for example, one of the benefits, and I'm not going to go so much, but one of the benefits I think of a group cruise is, for example, you're not going to be by yourself, right? And so even if you don't know anybody closely, you will get to know people, right? And then also one of the benefits of a group cruise, especially a host, I have been on more than one princess. I can kind of guide you through the ways of princess, what to expect, where things are, what kind of entertainment they have. There's also all-inclusive options, which may be additional. If you want just water, that's fine. But then they have all-inclusive options that will give you Wi-Fi. The one thing about Princess, I always say too, one thing about Princess, unlike some other ships, their Wi-Fi package is their Wi-Fi package. There's no steps in the Wi-Fi package. The only thing is, like, depending on what you get, you may get like, okay, instead of one device, if you upgrade, you get maybe two or multiple devices. And so it comes with streaming. You can do your texting, and I've texted on the ship. just with the Wi-Fi package. And so so that I think some things come along with the premium class. Along with upgrades, also is access to some specialty restaurants and some free dining options, which would come with the inclusive packages, which would have a cost if you did not have those packages. And so there's so many different elements to it, which I would give it to you and send it to you. And so I'm looking forward to it. I just had clients come off a cruise and they were excited about the cruise. And so it looks like they're interested in going on this cruise as well. And so I would love to sail with you. And of course, for those individuals who have group cruises, I would get their comments. And I've talked to Liz about it before. And I think what people I've seen do is like, they've done a bar crawl and then they've done like slot pulls, they've done like meetups. But at the same time, I would want everybody not to be so much together all the time because it's your cruise, so you can have a chance to do whatever you want, when you want, how you want to do it, and come together when you want to come together, and then we could just have fun together. And so that is the information. If you're interested, just hit me up whenever you desire. Listen, I wish I could be with you. Great itinerary. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 2 days in Aruba, you can't beat it. And one day in Curacao again. I think it's great. Oh, we need a casino offer. Casino offer. You gotta come on Princess and start gambling. That's the only way you're gonna get the casino offers. It's too bad because Carnival doesn't like cross honor, right? If they don't have kind of a system like if you're a gambler at one, then they can somehow cross honor, and so therefore you'll be able to go and try to get some offers as well. Tia said, "I'm using Streamlabs. I like it. Streamlabs. You mean StreamYard? Streamlabs. Does that mean StreamYard? Is the same at Elisa's Tejas Ventures. I think excursions are fun in a group. Yes. So yeah, that'd be good too. Excursions in the group, that'd be fun to do. I know everybody has something different, but say for example, it'd be good to be able to go with other people and have fun, and you get to meet up with people you didn't know. The one thing about cruising that you can develop long-lasting friendships just based upon cruises. Is anybody here still talk to other people from a cruise that you just met up? I speak still to this day with people who I've met up on a cruise, touch base with them, you know, have gone on another cruise or another vacation with somebody, just based upon cruising. So I think it's a really good experience. So here we go. The comments just show up through, though can't control them on Streamlabs. And I've never heard of Streamlabs. We have made great friends on cruises. Exactly, exactly. Okay, I never heard of Streamlabs. Okay, is that a newer service or is something that's been around but I just don't know about it? Still connect with someone we met up on our very first cruise. Exactly. It's the same thing. Like you get to meet up with people and then have maybe long lasting friendships. And so with the group cruise, you don't have to feel alone. If even if you're coming by yourself, you're really not by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so for those individuals who kind of, it's kind of like a solo group cruise situation. You may be coming by yourself, and then you go in with the group, and then you just kind of connect. So that's the importance, I think, of the meetup. So the importance of the meetup is you get to introduce yourself, you talk to each other. When I book these rooms, also I try to book them close to each other, so it's not like we're far away from each other, right? So we're kind of in close proximity. If somebody goes back to the room, y'all could go back to the room together, obviously based on availability, and so everybody's more or less in a common area near each other, so that you have company. Oh, you going to breakfast? Okay, let's go to breakfast together. You come out the room, you see each other, and so you can kind of develop a rapport instead of somebody being on a different floor and they're all over the ship and you really don't kind of get to connect. Try to keep them together as much as possible, and so therefore you kind of develop a real relationship that way. We have cruised with them after the first cruise. Oh, your friends. Meetup are always good. Yes, a great meetup in the beginning, just somewhere after the muster drill, or maybe meet up for the deck party or just before the deck party, the celebrate party, and before it gets noisy, and just meet up and just have a great time together. So I think that's a great benefit of a group cruise. You have the group rate as well. And then the one benefit of it is, if for example like there's some crazy deal, if there's some crazy deal, 80% off or something like that, travel agents can always take you into that deal, give you that deal, and just bring you over into the group anyway, so you can still have the amenities and all that thing, right? So if it's like something that was ridiculous, but more and more likely, what happens is the further away you this is how cruising is lately. The further away you book something, you usually can get the best deal, and then the closer you get to the ship, and especially as the high demand for the ship, the more expensive the cruise gets. And so therefore, like, since I've been having this going from the end of last year, then the closer you get to it, then it's more likely that it'll be more expensive anyway. And so let's meet up at the casino. I've not booked that cruise yet. I'm looking into that cruise though, 2027 on Celebration. You know, look at whatever flows. It sounds like a plan, Liz. Whatever floats your boat. So therefore those are the benefits. And so one of the things that I wanted to kind of say today is also just a cruise tip. Um my clients came off of the Prima on Sunday, and I talked to them, and they were and up to the it was like a 5-day cruise, and up to the very end, what was happening with them is that they were missing. Listen's threatening me. I'm looking into it. I haven't booked it yet. I'm looking. One of the things that they said to me is like they didn't realize certain things were there. One of the first things you should do on any cruise ship, you listening? After you get into your room, after you do your muster drill, right? Before the Lido deck, I mean, in some ships you have to do like your reservations, like Norwegian, you may have to do your restaurant reservations. Explore the ship. There's so many different ways. Like, if the app is working right for you, and it's a good map, you should be able to see the app and the ship map on your phone, through the cruise line app. They have it near the elevator where things are, and so therefore just explore the ship. Don't come off the ship and say, "Oh, I didn't even know that was there." Like, just explore. Just I The first time I ever went on a cruise ship, I guess I was excited about cruising, and I just want to go around and check it out. I just want to see where everything was. I was like, "Oh wow, that's nice. Oh, okay, that's there." And even if you don't remember, you kind of in your mind know, okay, I remember going there. I remember seeing that. Obviously, the bigger the ships are, the bigger it's going to be more difficult to explore, and is explore in a timely fashion. But some of these ships are really doable, because if you do some of the ground floors, and then you have all of the decks when it comes to all of the cabins, and then you go further to the top to explore even more. Explore the ship. Don't come off of the ship as like, oh my god, I didn't even know that was there. You know, that's I think that's a must. Casino is the best place to meet. Casino is the best. Well, you know what? On a sea day, well, I would try to do on the first day. So casino would be only the best place to meet on the beginning, because nobody's gonna be there. But but I would definitely try to do like a slot pull another day. But if to meet up at the casino, they're shut down until you sail away. And so the first day, you can meet up at the casino or what have you, be quiet. People are, but depending on how the casino is configured, though, there may be a lot of foot traffic, because sometimes you cut through, like there's a walk path through the casino. So therefore there may be a lot of foot traffic, but you can find, I'm sure, a quiet space to kind of meet up and just be able to greet each other. Good, you coming? Aw, but I like the way you think. This is great advice. Oh, thank you, Landon. Yeah, explore the ship. Don't come off the ship and say like, "Oh, I didn't know that was there." Like for example, I must tell nobody business. I don't think they're watching anyway. When you go on Prima, for example, there is this place called the Local Bar and Grill. And so if you don't, but behind that, you'd have to walk past it. and walk through the grill. There's this place called the Indulge Food Hall, which so many people love. You know, it's a food hall, different places that you can eat. And so people didn't even know that was there. They didn't know that another dining room was a certain place. Just walk around. Like it's, some of these trips is not excessively big that is not doable. Just look at the map, see where the floor, the cabins are, see where the rooms are. Don't go on those floors and don't go straight to where you see the restaurants. And then some ships, some things are kind of like hidden. That you have to like go around somewhere like to see a restaurant. Because even when I was taking pictures for certain ships, it wasn't just straight and open. Sometimes it's cut by elevator banks. But you can do it. I think just explore. Just explore the ship that you're on. And so yeah, so now we come to this part I love. In case you missed it, Liz, you ready? So in case you missed it, I've been doing this for the past few weeks now. Let us know what we missed from you. Just in case we missed it, you put something out there, we didn't see it. Just put it out there so that we can go and support and go back and support you. For example, I started off, the last thing I put out was the Carnival Magic ship tour. When I tell you, let me tell you some of the things that happened with that. I was telling Liz, it was the first time I did, I think, a voiceover on a ship tour because it was just horrible with some of the sound effects. So if you hear it, you probably hear me live talking, and then maybe you could kind of pick up that I did like a voiceover. And so, but I went through it. Ship tours can be very lengthy to do, but I think that especially for older ships, things change. People want to see if it's dilapidated. People want to see if it's like still holding up. And people don't want to go on a ship and it's just like everything seems like it's falling apart. And so I think that is necessary to do ship tours for even an older ship so people can see it. Because at the end of the day, older ships are probably going to be more economical for going to the same ports that some of these newer ships are going to. And so, therefore, I think that to do a ship tour for an older ship, like a Magic or whatever, is really beneficial for somebody to be able to. So, that was what I had. That was my last video. And so, therefore, hope you saw it. If you didn't, go check it out. So, let me know what was the last thing you did in this last week, this week, if you have something coming up. Let us know so that we can go and check it out. Liz, I know you put out some stuff. I think I've seen everything that you had to put out. But any TJ, whoever else is on here, just shoot it out so that we can go back and then we can look at what you see. Well, there's a live show and CC is here. What a surprise. Scott, thanks for coming in. Shootout. Now Scott is a live show pro. He does live shows a lot. He's like a pro at it. Like, and he has so much bells and whistles. I don't even have all of that. I just come on here and just try to like share and let's have be able to have a conversation. Scott, thanks for coming on. I just asked people because I had this thing called in case we missed it. Just put out there what you had recently, Scott. What video you just put out, what you want people to show, so that we could share. TJ put out his video. Okay, Liz put out. So let's go through the thing. So that's TJ's last video. So go and check out TJ's channel. Scott is shouting me out. Floaty Bodie. That is hilarious. Floaty Bodie. Everybody saying hi to Scott. Oh yeah, you got if you've ever seen controversial cruising, he's like crazy with it. Um Oh, Liz, you don't remember your last video? Okay. You don't remember your last because you put out so much, you don't know what you did last? The last non-member video. What was the last non-member video? By the way, I also have memberships. Thank you for those members who are members. Thank you for those members who will come become members. I am doing members only videos, and eventually I will release it to the common public, but I have members only videos, and I am in these member only videos. I want to show off New York, And so things, Broadway, restaurants, whatever it is. And so something I've never really done. And so I want to do more of that and kind of get you also like into like some lifestyle videos or in the day of videos or preparing for a to go away, things of that nature, just kind of like bring you more into like my life as well. And so that's what I want to do in those membership videos. And so I've been having fun with it. It's really been fun, the ones that I have done, and I'm gonna keep going forward and doing it. And I hope everybody likes the members only videos. I think I've been having fun with it, and I'm kind of showing, my family's a part of some of them as well. So we get to hang out, we get to review Broadway plays, we get to eat together, I get to show you what we're eating and what we're enjoying. So eventually one day when you come to New York for yourself, or if you've been here before and then you want to try something, like, hey, I think Paul had a video about that. Let me go back to that video and check it out. I thought that was a good place that he reviewed. By the time I get this birthday vlog, our last vlog, there you go, there you go. Legacy just got off the Prima and will get my act together. Yes, Land and Sea. Okay, you loved it. I know you said you was going. I didn't know it was this. Okay, when did you get off the Prima? When did you get off the Prima? Yeah, get those vlogs together. Yes, I want to see your experiences. Land and Sea last video. Okay, Land and Sea, you got a last video. Oh, Landisi, you just saw the dinner you had before I had before the play. Okay. Oh, that's cool. It's a great restaurant. Had went there twice. I went to another. I did another one. Great member only vlogs, Paul. Oh, thank you, Shay. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I'm just trying to just show something else. I'm gonna do more. Like there's it was just a little weather this weekend that was happening, and I was supposed to do something. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna post it, and probably when I'm away. Next week, because next week I'm going away. So I will be here on Monday, but the following Monday I won't be here. So next week is travel week, and so I'm gonna probably leave a members only video at least. Um, for those members while I'm getting ready, getting my headspace of having to record all this stuff. And so, what is your process too? I think my process is I started doing, which I want to do more detailed. I started just kind of writing down what I want to record, but also I think I need to do also what I need to show if I'm going to do more B rolls. I want to be so I think everybody knows B rolls is kind of videos that you roll over your video. So if you're talking or what have you, and then you put a video showing something while you're talking, that's what they call a B roll. So then I need to probably try kind of like itemize it to say, okay, I may need this for this video, or I may need this for that video, things of that nature. And then I'm doing an excursion as well. So yeah, so I just want to be able to just have that. So I need to like take it all in, knowing that it's gonna be fun, but at the same time, I know I'm just gonna have to commit myself to doing all those things. Oh, you're welcome. So thank you so much for coming on today. Anybody else has any videos to show? Let us go support each other. I'm gonna try to. I thought I had a pen so I could take it down. I'm just gonna just go to everybody's page and try to see like who if I've seen anybody's last video and things of that nature, so that we can like share and support each other. And so just be able to see everybody's experiences. I'm excited when I see somebody's video and there's like they're having fun, they're in the moment, they're showing time with their families. Like it's just really great times. And so to be able to just share that with the world, it's not easy all the time. I think, to be able to put the camera on yourselves, there's some times when you just want to just be in the moment, right? And so I feel like as content creators, I think just based upon what we've been saying in some of these last posts, we do now start taking moments where we put the camera aside and we just be able to relax and lay down somewhere and just be in the moment. And then we say, okay, now let me take it up because this is good content that I'll share later on. And so it's definitely a balance, and it's not always easy to do it. The recording, the editing, people don't realize the editing that it takes to do some videos. I've seen some videos, I'm telling you now, I look at some videos, I was like, how long did that take between voiceovers and B-rolls and like different angles. I've seen people have videos where they're walking. I know they're the only one doing the video, and they're walking past their camera. So you're putting it down and all these different things and the ingenuity and the creativity that goes all into it. And so people don't realize when you're vlogging, if you're one of those, see, the easier videos to me would be something where you're not always vlogging, right? And so informational videos, like I do informational videos. So information videos, except for the fact that sometimes my retakes is crazy because I'm just like falling over my words. But informational videos, they're great because you may be in one place, and so there's things that you can use to be able to like maybe give yourself a script. As well, there's apps for that, like so a rolling script, so you can talk and looking right into the camera while you have the script going, and so you can have things of that nature though. And so even though like it still takes time to do, but when you have to do those things where you walk and you're talking, you're doing voiceovers, you're doing b-rolls, you're doing pictures, you're doing it's something. So kudos to every creator on here and those who are in the replay that do it. So thank you. Break down the V or the B roll. Okay, yeah, the B roll. Yeah, that's what the B roll is. And so anytime, like, so sometimes I do pictures, but I feel like I want to do more videos. And so the B rolls, instead of just showing the picture, I think people would probably appreciate the video of it more. And so that's why. So there's sometimes I just have to just, I guess maybe just record. And so like, oh, I could use that for something else, in the mind. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. It's my anniversary. I don't want to sing it. Do you know what today is? Let's spend so much time editing. It is amazing. So much time editing. And it's a lot. When you have a 9 to 5 and this is not your full time to edit and still have to do all the things that you do, it's a lot. We didn't do a lot of recording on our last crew. We were mainly relaxing. And so Floaty Bodie is responding. And so I always said I want to do, I think, one cruise where I do no recording. One, I don't know what cruise that would be, when it would be. Maybe one of those Mardi Gras, those 3 days since I've been on it before. Well, I didn't vlog it then. See, I did Mardi Gras, but I wasn't vlogging. No vlog. I did Mardi Gras before I even did my channel, and so I would probably be tempted to do it. So for example, like maybe a cruise that I've been on before, but then maybe after I do like a room review, if I go to a port, I do the port, but then minimize it, even if I don't like totally not do it. And one of the easiest places for me to not go crazy with vlogging is when I do an all-inclusive resort. I'll do the room review and I will do a resort tour, but I'm not showing everything. I'm not doing the day to day, I'm not doing all of the activities that I do. I'm not doing every dining experience and everything that I'm eating all the time. I've just kind of showed this is what it is, this is what it looks like, this is what is available for you to do. And I kind of like then just kind of relax. So it's a different experience when I go to a resort, different experience. And I have one coming up this year and I'm kind of really looking forward to it. Um, I am the B-roll guy. Chris, you are the B-roll guy. Yes. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it is nice to relax. I exactly. Does the main footage yet? Scott footage. Laugh out loud. Good job, Liz. Liz is putting in that work. Chris is just a pretty face. He's the model for the channel. He's the model. um. So thank you so much. It's almost the hour. Thank you so much for coming on again. One more week. Thank you for those who gave me the anniversary shout outs. I'm glad that I made it for 3 years. There's been times when I wanted to give up. There's been times when I've been frustrated. There's been times when I felt like my channel wasn't moving quick enough. I'm sure a lot of people may have felt like what that. And so, but some people just say, just keep going, just keep going on, just keep moving, and so I continued to do it. Even though there's been times where I didn't want to. But then but I had people that just pushed me and said, just keep going. And so, Wow, Google created burnout. Landon C, thank you. Until another time, thank you for coming. And so, see you next time. Until next time, what is my saying? Happy travels. Thanks for coming on another week. I will see you next week. Thank you, Scott. I'm gonna keep on going. I will see you next week. I won't be here the week after, but next week I'll be here. Come back. Oh, love you too, Liz. And I will be here next week. Come along. Don't miss it. And we will talk one more time next week. Bye. Until next time.